Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back to another episode of Supreme Ruler Ultimate Roman Restoration. And previous episode we did reach the outskirts of Rosso here. We're probably not going to be attacking across, we'll just have a strong defense here for the most part. At least for the time being, really. I might as well actually put in some garrisons to these two. Just in case, and maybe over here a little bit as well. In case they get across. I don't think they have a huge amount of ships here. I think we've already sunk most of them. We could of course send in a couple of submarines through here to investigate a little bit. If we send them all the way to there, I do believe we might have... No, actually we don't have any supplies there because we don't have a port outside of here, and that's only a pier. So yeah, we might not be able to see the... We'll find the enemy ships all that easily, but... Okay, Astrakhan, we don't have... We have 1% supply here. They got a barracks and some artillery there. The artilleries probably don't see us yet. Which is our only saving grace right now. We'll probably start extending a little bit down that way to see how far we can get the supply lines. But it's gonna be a slow... moving or advancing over that way. Let's set up a bit of a defense line over there. Over here we have some supplies. We'll wait for the artillery to reach here, and then we'll take out the town. Shouldn't be too hard. Our troops are rather experienced and all that. The garrisons are doing fine, okay. Right, so the... Oh, hello. Well, there was one ship here, at least. Now, to be fair, we did have some ships here in Taranto. Why don't we send them to our Istanbul as well? We can cut off this one, so these areas will flip to us back. Or back to us, rather. That might help in the long run. But yeah, I mean, right now I think I'm actually going to speed up a little bit. There's not that much going on, other than waiting for the supplies to spread and things to be built. Now, how is the situation here? 4% supplies, we can move up a little bit further. They cut off our supplies, or rather we've lost the supplies there. Let's make sure that we have the supply lines open, please. That should fix the issue. Hold on, we lost... Oh, bollocks. Another submarine there that sank ours. Okay. Never mind then. Black Sea is still very much a dangerous area. I think I'm actually going to slow down a little bit. It's just the noise coming out of the fighting is starting to get a bit rough. I mean, I could probably lower this sound a little bit, because... Let's be honest, it is rather loud. At least in my ears. There we go, that's a lot better. We'll send that one for repairs. We do have a lot of special forces here. Now, to be fair, I think it's time for me to start gathering up some more troops to extend the line further east. Even these troops can probably start heading east. We'll probably need a fair bit of troops for taking out Stalingrad. And to get to Stalingrad is going to take a fair bit of supplies, which we don't have yet. Now, how is the industrial goods demand? Is still 14,000. It's not great, to be fair, but at least we got plenty. Well, I say plenty, but we got enough military goods for a few days worth of production. Which might be enough, or it might not be. Now that should increase the supply in this region a tiny bit. We do have some hydropower plants there, then there's a bridge. A bit more oil. And there's a lot of land production there. There is actually no bridge across. Interesting. Have we got on? Oh, come on. Why are we losing all the control there? We don't really have that bad supplies, do we? No, we don't. At least we shouldn't. I'm gonna send another one back there just in case, because I have a feeling that we'll run out of supplies entirely over there. These are out of supplies. I'm just gonna send these over here. So we'll use this one to hold the supply line open for the time being. And then the other set of troops will be potentially doing an attack on Astrakhan once the supplies reach as far as they can. Which, to be fair, might not be all that far. Is there... Hold on, actually, oil... Ooh. Yeah, it's still about 100,000 short from the total, but that's not a huge issue, to be fair. Okay, now I think I can actually speed up too fast again. Because there's not that much fighting going on. 12 days away from one of the supply depots. And what about the oil derrick over here? It's also 39 days away. Not too bad. We got some anti-tank guns over here. I don't know if the Soviets are actually using all that many tanks anymore, but I'll send them to give a bit of an assist on the Polish front here. Because, to be fair, we're going to have to help the Germans quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, they've managed to clear out a decent area here again. Probably because the Soviets are being crippled by us. Now, another place that I could technically expand into right now is Andorra. We've been doing the war justification there for a while. Just quickly go and clear it out. They don't have a military.
We took their capital.
There we go. Got 5,000. Okay, that's not very much. That's another place that we managed to clear out. We aren't... Are we not building anything here? No, we're not building anything here. How about we start building... I'll just annex them. Start building one of those and special forces in here. We'll probably start building more troops around here as well. Over here, I think we're going to go with special forces and supply trucks, just so that we get some of those. Then over here, I think just... Actually, let's build some more artillery, because why not? And over here, just more special forces. Gathering up a bigger army again, so that we'll be able to fight the Spanish. Because the Spanish seem to be a bit alarmed by our actions. I don't blame them, to be fair, but... Are we actually justifying against them? Not right now. We still have about 40%, but... Not doing anything about that right now, but at the same time we kind of do need to start multitasking the war here, because the Soviet war is not going to end anytime soon. Let's actually send these, if only the filter boxes wouldn't fill out the minimap, that'd be nice. Send a bit more troops down here. Just so that we'll have troops to clear out Palestine and Jordan and all that. At decent speed. Supplies do not reach that far. Oh, hello, there's Soviet artillery there. How about we go and clear it? There we go. We're having some construction issues. Let's have a look. So the supplies reach pretty good over here. We'll probably send these over that way already. We'll have these take out the guard duty of the bottlenecks here. And hopefully it will let the supplies actually reach this far. Because I certainly hope so, so we can actually take out Astrakhan. If we can't take Astrakhan, then we can't do much about here. Of course, we are building the supply depots here, so once we get those, the supplies are bound to reach this far. But until then, there might be a bit of a problem. Domestic prices too high. I know that the petroleum prices are a bit high, but currently it needs to be high. Alright, so we can send you back down that way. We've got some special forces here that can start moving. Got a decent bit of supplies for the time being as well, so we'll keep on moving. Towards Stalingrad. I mean, if we can get Stalingrad itself, Stalingrad is something that we kind of need to take out because they have a lot of land production there. Although I don't think they'll be able to produce all that much stuff in there. Yeah, the military goods demand is, again, a lot higher than that. What about the petroleum? The demand for petroleum is actually higher than their production. But they do have some stockpile still that they are using. So they haven't run out quite yet, but they will probably run out eventually. Now, how close are we to the supply depots? 7 days, according to this. Let's have a look if it's actually correct or not. Nope. Not correct. Okay. So we haven't actually built any more ships around here lately. I mean, I know that we are producing ships in pretty much everywhere that we can. It's just very slow. So how is that? Okay, reserves are down to 100,000 right now. Fair enough. To be fair, we can probably lower some of these garrisons a little bit. I don't want to abandon them entirely. It's these over here that are not going to be the front line, basically, unless they use marines. In which case, we don't need all that many anyway. So we lowered the troops over there a little bit. Let's send in these to clear out that. If they do have a submarine here, we should be able to notice it with the escorts. Let's hold that for the time being until our supplies reach here again, and that's gonna cut their supplies out from here. That's gonna flip to us, and well, it's at least gonna look a little bit nicer. I presume they don't want us to sign a peace offer. No, nope, nope. Not even close. Well, there's still no supplies here, okay. But here we got 16%, that's more than plenty. We've got the special forces and the artillery there, and we can use the marines over here as a bit of a backstop to make sure that the supply lines are not cut entirely, because it's going to take a while before the supplies reach this far. Oh, come on, we lost the patrol boat. Oh, right, they sent in submarine deer. Oh, we actually killed the submarine, excellent. How about you go for repairs? Good old pal. At least we took down the enemy submarine. Of course, we did lose a patrol boat. The patrol boats are not all that great. Hold on, did we used to have a supply truck somewhere around here? Yeah, we did. Let's send it down this way. Because this is probably a place where we do need it. I also have another supply truck here, which is probably out of supplies already. Supplies reach this far, but no further. Now is the industrial goods demand. It's still 14,000, so it hasn't actually budged one way or another. Lately, at least. And the oil production hasn't really gone up either. Until we get the supply depots, which is, 3 days away now. It's probably going to be about 7 days, but still. It's getting closer and closer. Got some anti-aircraft guns over here, which we can probably move down closer to Spanish front. And yeah, what I think I'll do is I'll start gathering up troops against the Spanish. And clear out the Spanish. I might even take out Portugal just for the heck of it. And take out these here. Then we'll hold most of northern Africa. I mean, there's still a little bit in Egypt that we don't hold, but that's rather insignificant to be fair. And then we do need to declare war on the British eventually. I suspect that we have pretty good justification against them, actually. Only 66%, actually, not that high. We haven't been fighting them all that much either, because they are... I mean, they are still fighting Hungary, Germany and Japan, so they are still trying their luck over here every now and then, but I suspect that they've... Not sure why, but their military ranking is very low. I mean, they got about as large army as we do. Anti-tank rifles. I wonder if there's any new artillery pieces that we could get. There's self-propelled artillery, it just doesn't have very long range, and then there's the missile truck. Nothing great in the transports either. Or infantry. Recon, we could get the Mark 1 Boy Scout, but I don't know, it doesn't really seem all that huge. It is rather quick, but other than that, not all that much. Strengthened microwaves. Polymerization improvement. I'll actually get that one. Now, where are we fighting? I can hear some... Actually, it might not even be us fighting. It might be Germans. Oh, well, technically there's us. We're doing some bombardment on the enemy tanks here. Speaking of which, we did send the tank destroyers down here, so we might be able to use them. Or utilize them a little bit. Where did they get all these tanks? I mean, probably just built them, but... Oh, right. First supply depot has been completed. That means that the oil production... Let's have a quick look. It's the... Yeah, it just increased by 2,000 now. Why don't we entrench you there? To help protect the war zone area a little bit more. Okay, so that's one. That means that a bit less demand for industrial goods should be present. There we go, our tank destroyers well, didn't quite destroy that, but the enemy is certainly taking a lot of damage here. And with the German air superiority, they are getting destroyed. Well, that's good. Right, how long until we get the next supply depot? And secondly, how... Oh, yeah, the supplies are now well over 40%. It's going to be increasing it further and further. Industrial goods is still 14,000. It's going to buy another few thousand barrels per day. Oil production... With all of that, it might be enough to actually get us more or less to 300,000 barrels per day, which is going to cover most of our oil production, or oil demands rather. Okay, 10%. We might be able to start at least preparing to take out that one. Also, I think we may want to... Send one of these over here to get some vision on there. There's probably plenty of artillery present. On the other hand, that's just a military complex, so they don't have a huge defensiveness. That's an option. I could use the infantry to take out that one to reveal the enemy artillery there, if there is any. Then send in the mechanized troops to clear out the troops inside there. Facility construction interrupted, fair enough. Do we know we still don't have any supplies there? How long until the supply depot's here? According to this, 70 days? I don't quite believe that, but... Right, so this front is very stable. We got a huge amount of artillery here, so if they try to even attack us, they're gonna die rather quickly. And they're gonna rest in pieces after that, but right. Over here we are still defending... Honestly, I'm a bit tempted. They do have artillery over there. Can be a problem. Let's move our own artillery that way, so we can actually fire upon it, and send in Unsung to clear out this town here. Should be rather doable. Then we can potentially start defending that one instead of Warsaw, because we do have the anti-tank guns over here as well, just in case that they try to attack through. They do have the land production over there, which is going to be a problem until we clear it out, but also over here we probably send up the artillery a little bit closer and Gazoo start clearing out a bit more of East Prussia. There we go. So Unsung, why don't you just entrench there? Probably move up this one over there, so it has range to the northern side and the southern side. And the Germans are moving in. Is that Panther? Yep, it's Panther D. Fair enough. You are entrenched, are you? Well, kind of. We do have a bit more troops here that we could send up further out, but I want to still hold the lines here for the most part. Only two over there, so it shouldn't be too hard. Considering the Gazoo's troops are somewhat veterans already. Just gonna give the Germans a little bit of hand here. Basically, while we wait for the supply depots to be built. Okay, we activated that. Sending the artillery a little bit closer so we can start firing upon the enemy. Give a bit of a hand to Gazoo. I mean, honestly, our military goods it's getting pretty good. I'm gonna start selling about 10% of our excess production if we ever have that. It's going to be a little bit extra cash, and it might help our allies to do some things. I mean, to be fair, it might also help, like, British or something like that, but it's a risk that I'm willing to take, at least for now. Entrench you guys over there. We've got Athean over here. We could send you to Einstein. And the artillery with you. But they do still have plenty of artillery around here, which is going to be a problem. Petroleum price is too high. Yeah, I know they're a bit high. Okay, it's gone up to 261,000. Right, how's the situation here? Have we got a lot of supplies? So it's time to move in with the infantry. Should be doable. These will kind of protect the flank here, just in case that they get through here somewhere. It's a bit unlikely, but you never know. Probably actually send in one of these to cut off the supply lines through here, so more of this should be flipping to us. In theory. In practice, probably not, but until later. Alright, let's move up there. Did capture that, we didn't do too much damage by the looks of it. But we seem to be out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.